Tonight, Safe Zone for All expands to Montgomery.
And students learn more about Vietnamese culture. Stay tuned. TrojanVision News starts now.
From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network at Troy, Alabama's International University, this is TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision News for April 1st, 2016. I'm Sherry Kotzum.
And I'm Sarah Singletary. Thank you for joining us this evening. Earlier this semester, Safe Zone for All held a training for students, faculty, and staff here on the Troy campus. And now the training is expanding to Montgomery. Troy University's Safe Zone for All initiative is a program designed to help train faculty, staff, and students to become allies for individuals with personal issues who feel they have no one to turn to. The program has seen success on the Troy campus since it was created a year ago, and now it's making a transition to Troy's Montgomery campus.
We just feel that this has been such a great program. We've received a lot of support and from Student Services, Dean Reeves, Derek Brewster has been phenomenal, and we all just felt like this is something that's needed on all of our campuses. There was an incident back a couple of years ago that kind of sparked this project and kind of put it really into motion. When two students went to one of our professors, they saw that he had a Safe Zone sticker. It wasn't a Troy sticker at that point, it was just a Safe Zone sticker. They went in and talked to him, had concerns about their roommate. He reached out to Student Services, to Dean Reeves, and they were able to get the roommate the help she needed. And that really just kind of put in motion that, hey, you know, we need this on campus. We need places where students feel safe to go in and talk to someone, that someone's going to listen to them and help them.
The training in Montgomery is just the first step. Dickey hopes they will be able to get a Safe Zone training in place for all of Troy's Alabama campuses in the near future.
We are absolutely overjoyed that we're expanding, and we're excited, and we hope to have the same success at all of our campuses as we have here on the main campus.
Even though Troy's Montgomery campus caters mainly to non-traditional students, Dickey says they plan to keep the training program the same for the classes in Montgomery.
We're going to try to keep it the same as closely as possible. You know, we're starting ground up from there just like we did here. We'll start out with our training. Our trainings we're going to try to keep them the same for each campus each semester. So they should get the same training that Troy campus is getting. Montgomery will get the same training. Dothan will get the same training, as well as Phoenix City.
Ultimately, Dickey hopes that students on all of Troy's campuses will have a place and someone to turn to if they ever feel the need to seek help.
We want everybody to be able to foster a welcoming environment. We want all of our Trojans to know when they see that sticker that this is a place I can go.
The Safe Zone for All training on the Montgomery campus will be next Thursday, April 7th from 1 to 4 in Whitley Hall.
The organization ISCO gives the students a chance to learn about another country from other students. Last night was Vietnamese night, and we learned all about the entertainment that the country has to offer. Christy Henderson has the story.
Students from Vietnam were the main focus at ISCO on Thursday night. The group prepared a skit to show audience members everything from popular tourist spots to dance moves.
I really liked how they did everything in like a skit format, which was really interesting and catchy to people. It was like a story, but they were just having fun and making jokes, and at the same time were giving us information about Vietnam, which I thought was really cool.
Vietnam is home to over 50 ethnic minorities, and much like Troy University, the country is known for celebrating all of these cultures in its own respective way. One student shared why she enjoyed learning about the diversity.
I really liked how people were so diverse in Vietnam, like from cultural to modern to everything. Even the dances they presented today ranged from traditional to modern, and I really liked how well they were presented.
Recently, the country has been in the news after the discovery that Vietnam is housing the world's largest cave. The cave is 5.5 miles long, and to venture inside, tourists need to pocket out $3,000 and be put on a waiting list. And if you're a student who's interested in touring this cave or just visiting Vietnam, one student says the best person to get advice from is a Vietnamese student.
There are a lot of Vietnamese students here, and so if you want to come, be sure to talk to us, because we're willing to share our experience about our country with you.
Next week, ISCO will be on break, and Tea for Troy will take its place with its annual British Tea Formal. Christy Henderson, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The British Tea Formal will be held at the Bush Memorial Baptist Church next week at 7 o'clock. The internet routinely makes superstars out of everyday people, like Justin Bieber, who was discovered from online videos.
Well, Sherry, we may be saying the same thing someday about a group of Troy University students who are showing off their comedic talents in online skits. Keisha Jennings introduces us to Juice TV.
Individually, you may know their names. You may see them around campus. These talented Troy University students are the members of Juice TV.
A group of guys that like to have fun. We always laughing and joking, and we decided to put it on film, coming up with skits and, doing stuff that the people would like around the university.
The members of Juice TV all come from different walks of life. This fact makes them diverse and relatable.
As an actor, it allows me to hopefully jumpstart my career in some form or fashion, and to build my own platform. As artists, this is just a good way for us to have fun as friends and build a lasting relationship.
As director, Ty will go to any measure to capture the many talents of his fellow members. He has already mastered complex cameras and now sets out to master the drone.
Well, my role for Juice TV, I'm the behind-the-scenes guy. I do all the camera work and also the editing and organizing and making sure we have the right settings and props and make sure we have the right lighting.
The members of Juice TV are very passionate about what they are doing. Once the ideas are formed, it doesn't matter if it's a school night or weekend, they will meet together and produce. Word about Juice TV is spreading like a wildfire around campus. They have over 4,000 views on YouTube and nearly 100 subscribers. On top of making you laugh, Juice TV also plans in the near future to report local news and events. Keisha Jennings, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The group's videos can be found on YouTube by searching Juice TV.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. Mourners gathered north of Birmingham, Alabama to honor Eternal Word Television Network founder Mother Mary Angelica. The Roman Catholic nun, known to millions of viewers as Mother Angelica, was remembered during a funeral mass for her loving nature and common sense approach to challenges. Mother Angelica died Easter Sunday at the Roar, Alabama monastery where she lived.
A shorter woman has been killed after her vehicle collided with a train in Montgomery. Sergeant Steve Jarrett of the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency tells local media that 62-year-old Annie Tarver died yesterday when her 2006 Kia Optima collided with a CSX train at a railroad crossing in northeast Montgomery.
A suspect found a creative place to hide during a drug raid, but investigators say it was the snoring that did him in. Brookside police say about 1 hour and 45 minutes into searching a house, investigators heard a snoring sound coming from the clothes dryer and found Michael Christopher Davis curled up inside the appliance. The 33-year-old suspect told police that he had spent so much time searching the home Wednesday afternoon that he fell asleep.
Still to come on Troy TrojanVision News, the softball team hits the road for a weekend matchup against South Carolina. Khadijah Torbert has the details coming up in sports.
And the Wisconsin primary is right around the corner.
Donald Trump is trying to refocus after a week of distractions from his campaigning as things heat up between Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. I'm Weijia Zhang at the White House with the latest coming up.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Look at me. Hey.
Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
Starting on the diamond, the softball team had a rough series with ULO over the weekend, but turned things around with the sweep Tuesday against Kennesaw State. Assistant coach Taylor Smart says playing the game of softball and competing keeps the team's spirits high, win or lose.
We are really excited just to go play. That's the thing. After a weekend like that, you just want to get back on the field and you just want to compete again, and you just want to just compete for yourself, like, for the team, and knowing that, hey, I'm getting to compete again and not just thinking about what happened in the past, because the most important pitch is the next pitch.
The Trojans will be back in action this weekend when they travel to Columbia, South Carolina to take on SEC opponent South Carolina for a pair of games. The first game will be on Saturday at 2 Central Time, and the final game will be Sunday starting at noon Central Time. Great weekend coming up for the baseball team. Not only are they getting another chance to play on their home turf, but they are also celebrating the 30th anniversary of the 1986 National Championship team. However, due to the weather, the game originally scheduled for tonight at 6 will be postponed until Saturday, with a doubleheader starting at 1 p.m. and the second game at 4. Although the celebrating will be pushed back till Saturday, in total the weekend will be a breather for conference all around, as head coach Mark Smart explains.
Weekend we're out of conference. We get a break, and I think we need one. I do. New Orleans is coming to town, really good team. They've played well to this point, but it's going to be a different opportunity for us to kind of take a deep breath, try to get better without the onus of we have to win the conference game, etc.
Once again, the game originally scheduled for tonight at 6 has been postponed until Saturday at 1 p.m. at Riddle Pace Field. Hopefully the bad weather will move along so the 80s walk-up music and of course the 1986 reunion can take place. That national championship team will be honored in between the two games. The track and field team hit the tracks again, currently going on now through April 2nd at the Florida Relays in Gainesville, Florida. Troy has 7 events during Friday's live stream time frame. The women will compete in the discus and hammer throw and the 400-meter event. The men will compete with a 100-meter dash and the 400 and 800-meter competitions. Saturday's conclusion will feature discus and shot put throw and the men and women's 4x100-meter dash. The Troy women's tennis team is coming off a tough loss against in-state foe South Alabama Wednesday evening. Head coach Rawia LCC says it's good to take a break away from conference play, and regardless of the opponent, the scheduling does not mess up her team's routine of play.
Yeah, it's always good. We always have a mixed schedule. We don't play a full conference schedule, so we always play different levels and different teams. So it's just the same as we always do. Just so we'll practice like normal whole week. We'll play the match and we'll take our normal day off after, so it's nothing going to change. So
Troy now returns to the court on Saturday when it hosts Alabama A&M at the Lunsford Tennis Complex in its final home match of the season starting at noon.